Hi everybody. Today's topic is classification of animal kingdom. Before starting classification of animal kingdom, we know about what you mean by taxonomy, what you mean by species. These are the very important questions for the if suppose you are a biological student. For that purpose, we know what you mean by species. We know what you mean by taxonomy. For that purpose, we studied define firstly taxonomy. What do you mean by taxonomy? Taxonomy is nothing but that it is a branch of biology. It deals with the study of an identification, nomenclature and classification. We call it the taxonomy. It's very simple. Identification, nomenclature and classification. These are the three important studies present in the taxonomy. That type of taxonomy we call it the taxonomy. Who is the father of taxonomy? Is nothing but the Carl Linnaeus is the father of taxonomy. Next, what do you mean by species? Everybody know species means what? Species is nothing but that those are the individual, they are producing fertile offspring. That type of individuals or that type of organism we call as the species. Again, another language we call as the those are the individuals, they are successfully fertile in the next generation. That type of animals or that type of individuals we call as the species. We know about that taxonomy and species. Now we studied about the classification of animal kingdom. Before starting the animal kingdom, you know this taxonomy, why this classification will be needed or why it is very necessary to us, because of the systematically we study these animals. For that purpose it will be included in the classification, or it is easy to identify, it is easy to learn or understand. For that purpose we are studying the classification. Before the starting of the classification, this classification is studied, it is also studied the evolutionary studies. You know that in our zoology or in animal kingdom, first important point is that from a single cell it will be formed multicellular organism. Means we have the unicellular organism also, we also having the multicellular organism. Means single cell, from the single cell it will be merged or it will be evolution will be take place to form a multiple or multicellular organism. Now you know that unicellular organism is nothing but the protozoans, means we call it the protozoans means opedia. We also call it the different types of the animals, amoeba. These are the nothing but the, we call it the paramecium. These are nothing but the unicellular organism, we call it the protozoans. These protozoans is evolved or evolution will be take place to form a multicellular organism, we call it the mammal. Mammal is present in the classification in higher level. Now very important, this single cell is called a single cell. This group of cells, it is very important for the evolutionary study or for the classification. It is our character, tissue graded, cell graded. What do you mean by cell graded animal? What is the tissue graded animal? What is the organ graded animal? Means nothing but what happen, a single cell gather to form a tissue. This tissue gather, many tissue will be gathered to form a organ, and many organ will be form a system. Likewise, this classification is also having similar one. Single cell animal, then group of cells, then group of tissue. Likewise, the organs or the animals will be evolved. Here, first important point is that classification of animal kingdom. In that classification of animal kingdom, mostly this animal kingdom is divided into two subunits, sub-kingdom. First one is the parazoa, another one the eumetazoa. These are the two sub-kingdoms are present in the animal kingdom. First, parazoa means what? This parazoa is nothing but that those are the animals are present in that parazoa which they having cell grade body organization. Means the body is consist of mostly cell. That type of animals are included in the parazoa, and those are the animals including the eumetozoa. Means these type of the animals are having tissue grade body organization. Means this body is consist of tissue or the organ. But here what happened, difference between the parazoa and eumetozoa, simple difference is that parazoa means they are cell grade body organizations, and this eumetozoa means the tissue grade body organization. Animals are included into the eumetozoa. In the parazoa, mostly two phylums are present. First one is the protozoans, another one is the porifera. These are the two phylums are included into the parazoa. This protozoa is nothing but the unicellular organism. Means these protozoan animals are consist of single cell. Then this porifera means what happened, some cells are present, they are gathered, only cells, some cells are gathered, and these cells having a spores, means like a sponge like structures are present. That type of animals are included in the porifera. Next, eumetozoa. This eumetozoa subkingdom is again divided into the two division. First one is the radiata and next one is the bilateral. Means the eumetozoa subkingdom is divided into two division. First one is the bilateral, another one is the radiata. This radiata means what happened, their body's symmetry is radial symmetry. Means they are cut radially. Means therefore it gives the name as division, we call it the radiata. Means those are animals having radial symmetry. That type of animals are included into the radiata. Again, important point is that these radiated animals is a tissue graded animals. Tissue grade body animals. Means they are tissue graded animals. Means they are consist of mostly tissues in radiata. Mostly phylum Coelenterata and Tinophoron. These are the two phylums are present in the radiata. Coelenterata means what happened? This Coelenterata means they are Nidaria, or we call it the mostly the coelenterate animals having a special type of the cell. We call it the nematoblast cells, and these nematoblast cells are secrete a specific type of poison at the time of prey and predatory animals. Means they are self-defensing by that coelenterate animals. Another phylum we call it the Tinophorodon. It having the comb-like plates present. It is also radial symmetry and it having the tissue grade animals. It is about the radiata. Now we will see the bilateral. This bilateral division is again divided into the subdivision. We call it it will be divided into three subdivision. Means bilateral is subdivided into three parts. First one is the coelomate, then pseudocoelomate and coelom. These are the three important subdivision of that bilateral. And this bilateral is nothing but the bilateral symmetry, means the equal half. It will be formed two equal halves. The bilaterally cut the animal, it will be formed two halves. That type of animals is included in the bilateral. And this bilateral is a organ graded animal. This bilateral is nothing but the organ graded animals. In that bilateral, it is subdivided into three: coelomate, acoelomate, pseudocoelomate. These are the three important points. Three subdivision. Acoelomate means what happened? We know that coelom is nothing but the body cavity is present. Here what happened? The body cavity, acoelomate means the body cavity is totally absent. That type of animals are included into the acoelomate. Means platyhelminthes, means they does not having the body cavity, means coelom is totally absent. That type of animal are included in the acoelomate. Then pseudocoelomate. In that pseudocoelomate means false coelom is present, and this false pseudocoelomate means example nematohelminthes, means body cavity is totally absent. And last one is the third division, we call it the coelom, and this coelom means they having the coelom into that animals or that individuals. That type of animals are included into the coelom. Means they having the coelom, means they are included in the subdivision coelomate. Again, coelom or coelomate, it is divided into two important parts. One is the prostomium, another one the deuterostomium. This prostomium and deuterostomium. The prostomium is nothing but that those animals having at the time of embryonic development, that time what happened, this blastopore is open into the anus before formation of mouth. Prostomium. Pro means before mouth formation, stomium means mouth formation. Means prostomium is at the time of embryonic development, the blastopore is open into the anus. That type of animals are included in the prostomium. And here in that prostomium, mostly three phylums include. First one is the Annelida, Arthropoda, mollusca and Arthropoda. These are the three important phylums present in this prostomium. Means Arthropoda, Annelida and mollusca. Means they having Annelida means limited body, Arthropoda means jointed legs, and the mollusca means they are shells are present. Here these three phylums are present in the prostomium. And again in deuterostoma, means what happens, those animals are included. Which animals are included? Those animals at the time of embryonic development, that time these embryo development, that time blastopore will be formed, and this blastopore is open into the mouth. That type of animals or that type of animals are included in the deuterostoma. In that deuterostoma, what happened? Again, deuterostoma is again divided into the three superphylum. First one is the hemichordata, then echinodermata, and last one is the chordata. These are the three are included into the deuterostoma. First one is the hemichordata, then we call it the echinodermata, hemichordata and chordata. These are the three superphylum are present. First one is the echinodermata. This echinodermata means nothing but the skin is consist of the spines. That type of animals are included into that phylum echinodermata. Then superphylum we call it the hemichordata. Hemichordata means what happened? These hemichordata, neither the vertebrate neither the invertebrate, means they are present in between. Means here what happened, these hemichordatian animals, they are affinities of invertebrate and they are also affinities of the vertebrate. For that purpose we are include into that hemichordata. Hemichordata means half chordate will be present in that individuals, or those are the animals are present both the characters invertebrate and vertebrate. Therefore we call it the hemichordata. Third one is the superphylum, we call it the chordata. And these chordata having a true chordate, means notochord is present here, and this notochord is present in that chordate animal. This chordate again divide phylum chordata again divide into subphylum, three subphylum: Urochordata, Cephalochordata and Vertebrata. These are the three subphylum. First, Urochordata. This Urochordata having the early stage of the chordates, and subphylum Cephalochordata, they having the cephalic region having the notochord. Therefore it called as the Cephalochordata, means those are the animals are included into the Cephalochordata, those animal having notochord in cephalic region. Then third one is the subphylum Vertebrata, and this Vertebrata having the vertebral column. Therefore it include, these are the three subphylum in phylum Chordata. The Gnathostomata and Agnatostomata is those animals having the absence of the jaws. This type of the animals are we called as the Agnatha, and those animals having the jaws, that type of animals we call as the Gnathostomata. Means Agnatha means those are the petromyzon etc. They will be present in that some animals are present in that Gnatha. But Gnathostomata is again divided into the superphylum, we called as the super class. Two class super classes will be formed. First one is the Pisces, another is the Tetrapoda. These are the two superclass of the Gnathostomata. Superclass, first one is the Pisces, another superclass we call it the Tetrapoda. In that first Pisces, superclass Pisces, this Pisces is again divided into 5 classes. First class we call as the Chondrichthyes, Osteichthyes, Pterichthyes, Acanthidea, and last one is the Coccyidea. These are the 5 classes are present in the super class Pisces. Above the 5 classes, 3 classes will be extinct. Means these are the 3 classes will be extinct. Means first one is the Coccyidea, Pterichthyes, and Acanthidea. These are the 3 classes will be extinct from the environment. Only remaining 2 classes are present in the environment. First one is the Chondrichthyes, another the Osteichthyes. Before we know about the Chondrichthyes and Osteichthyes, this extinct is nothing but that those are the animals are not present on the earth. That type of animals we call it the extinct animals. Where here 3 classes will be totally extinct because of the some the environmental changes. That time, therefore, it will be extinct from the environment. And this Chondrichthyes means nothing but that those fishes having cartilaginous bone, that type of fish we call it the Chondrichthyes fishes. Means those fishes are included into the Chondrichthyes one, and those fishes having bony fishes means they having the bones. That type of fish is included in the bony fishes. We call it the Osteichthyes. These are the classification of superclass Pisces. Now we will use a superclass Tetrapoda, and in that Tetrapoda, again this Tetrapoda is divided into the 4 important classes. First one is the Amphibia, then Reptilia, then Aves, and then last one we call as the mammals. It is last one, mammals. These are the 4 classes are included into the mammals, tetrapods. It is about the general classification of that animal kingdom. It is very simple. And next lecture we will see about the general characters of protozoans. Thank you very much. Subscribe my channel, YouTube channel. Thank you very much. Thank you.